milestone accomplishments that he had that have affected our culture today as well, expanded the universe, our universe of the way we think of things, and we oddly, it sort of works better for television in 10 parts because, just oddly enough, because of its sex appeal. The way people look at television now, the way they experience the medium, almost intellectual curiosity as a form has replaced reality television. I mean, it's profoundly sexy and interesting. I mean, if Carly Kloss, the supermodel, is like a physics major now, it's like, come on. So it's just something that I think is eminently interesting to kids and the demographic that's going to pay attention to this on National Geographic.
And I would just jump in on that as well, because over the years, I've read a number of interesting, promising Einstein movie strips that took a look at either his entire life or a portion of his life, and we never felt like they really made sense as movies. But when this came along, based on Walter Isaacson's book, and a terrific pilot by Noah Pink, and then a great showrunner Ken Beller, who came in and knew how to really make it into 10 hours.
We have to give Ken Beller a little love. Where's Ken?
Ken is awesome. He's been an unbelievable force. But the thing is that with this particular moment and National Geographic in particular wanting to make premium scripted content for its audience, it was finally you could actually do it. So a number of times, as fascinated as I've always been by Einstein, and we've kind of known audiences would be, you never could really tell the comprehensive story in that powerful way. And in that detail comes that, as you said, the kind of sexiness and the feeling that you're not going to be cheated by this.
Yeah, and we also had we had the good fortune of being able to, after Apollo 13, produce what was like this giant limited series called From Earth to the Moon, and we didn't really know what we were doing, but it turned out okay, or it turned out rather well.
And you got Indians.
So we just liked the form a lot, and so to find a way to circle back to that and apply what we've learned and that sort of skill set and ability to blow something up, like, I think this is the subject to do it. And it's under the banner of this bigger idea category of genius itself, and again married to this the perfect platform, which is National Geo.
Yeah. And I feel like you guys know, like from From Earth to the Moon was like one of the first like big event things, and we've seen now these anthology series a lot more becoming in vogue now. But you guys are doing that 10 years ago or 15, whatever. How many? I don't even want to think about how many years ago it was now, but I remember watching it. It's great, and like I think that's really interesting that now that's kind of become back in vogue.
Yeah, we got to, I got to just do a shout out to Tom Hanks, because when we were doing Apollo 13, he was literally saying, how much there is through all the research, and got us excited about tackling that, and he actually was the one who was kind of saying, it's really a shame that in America we don't do what they do in England, which is just have series that are like 10 episodes or 6 episodes or 12, and I mean, you can't say he reinvented American television, but I think Earth to the Moon, getting that going, all of us together, sort of moved it, just as 24 also proved the viability of a story that would unfold over a season and suggest binge viewing.
Right. Brian just mentioned something about the how sexy it is to watch like intelligence. I feel like it's interesting on this show too, especially, and I guess for Sam and Johnny, you're playing these incredibly intelligent characters that are much smarter than certainly me, I'm sure most viewers. How do you like relay that and like make it relatable for an audience as an actor? I guess Sam, for you, what do you think? Like how do you show that you're so smart, but not like just say I'm so smart?
I think the most relatable thing is that even geniuses and very intelligent people are frustrated in their pursuit of kind of new knowledge. So that's the most relatable thing, I think, for us.
Yeah, I mean, also these guys are like cleverer than anyone who's ever lived, but they also their moments of breakthrough came in these incredibly simplistic, like clear moments of clarity. So and their pictorial images, the thought experiments, which is why it works so well in the drama, because he's imagining about traveling the speed of light. His earliest kind of, picture story, physical picture stories about what would it be like to travel alongside the speed of light, a light beam, and that kind of is the catalyst for all his thinking. So that you can tell that story visually. And
I think also these people are human beings as well. They're fallible, kind of, and that's what makes this series beautiful. Is, they're not perfect geniuses.
The one thing I would add is, in this case, for sure, is that actors can't fake intelligence. These two are very, very smart human beings, and so they haven't played these roles, but you do have to look for that. You have to look for smart people, smart actors to play smart people. It only works that way. And by the way, we did this, there's an additive component, of course. They both are English, and English accents are like PhDs in this country.
I know if that's true.